if you want to be more effective, be more efficient, you need to turn as much as possible into a routine to reduce your decision making and increase your speed. So that's what that was about. And then I also wrote two other books. And again, those are informed by working with clients all over the world on overcoming those challenges.
Mhm. A lot of good things there to pull up from, right? So obviously you said you've used your coaching clients as a research tool to see what works and what doesn't work and what kind of drives certain people. And at least from what you're explaining, it seems as though time management is also more of a habit forming thing, right? Similar to what James Clear teaches in his own books, right? So I think, is that kind of what you're seeing? What are some common things you've saw, right? Obviously you said you can watch a bunch of YouTube videos on time management techniques, and which is what most people do. And that's what you meant about the time management training. But the reason why people don't have the ability to put it to practice because they don't have the behavior, right? They don't have the behavior in actually following through on some of those best practices or tactics.
Right.
Yeah, can you elaborate on that? Some of the common themes that you saw about maybe an entrepreneur or a business leader, some form of high performing person, why they weren't able to follow through.
Mhm. Yeah, so you're right that it really is about habits. And what that comes down to is really your neural connections. And so, because our brains, by definition, just need to learn how to be efficient so we can function, they have certain patterns that they're going to follow when they see a trigger or have a cue. And whether you think you do or not, you already have habits around so many different things. And with time management, you're trying to actually be intentional in what those habits look like. In terms of barriers to success that I see between knowing what to do with certain habits and actually doing them, there's a variety of things I see. One comes down to the realistic expectations. And I think a huge issue that people can confront is maybe they binge watch time management YouTube videos or they read a great book and they're like, wow, that sounds amazing. I'm going to do a 20-step morning routine, go from rolling out of bed and starting work to like doing 20 different things before I start work. They maybe do that for 1 or 2 days and then can't keep up with it, stop doing it, and just go back to rolling out of bed and starting work. And one of the keys I've really seen is that to have sustainable change, you need to build over time. And so
Mhm.
maybe that looks like, okay, I get up and I drink a glass of water with lemon before I start work. And that's like the one thing I'm doing for a while, like the whole kind of like tiny habits idea. Or maybe I get up and then I have a glass of water and then I actually eat breakfast too. Or I get dressed and like just adding in a few things at a time, letting yourself stabilize and then doing the like habit stacking on top of it is
Mhm.
actually a lot more effective than trying to change everything all at once. And you may be a person that never should have a 20-step morning routine. Like, you may be completely fine having a 2 or 3-step one that you do consistently. So
Mhm.
also not, like, having the expectations so high about what you can do.